Where you going? Okay. So, I requested after Elnine Heist. Sorry, I thought it was Elnine House. And first of all, I thought you gave a fuck about these imposter police and trafficking rings. Sent people over. And then they said, no, we would not have been released anything from HIPAA. Now, I was threatened by Bayfront Hospital saying that I needed to talk to HIE and that they were going to sue me because I had a recording called of Bayfront admitting that they released illegally a lot of information on me to Hernando County Sheriff's Department. No, they threatened me. Now, the funniest part is that HIE, HIN, which is the worldwide company, which all of these other medical facility, like station, like web, whatever, like sending information, long distance care bullshit, which every single person should be terrified because they are putting death with dignity and a whole bunch of shit. And it might not even be your fucking children, or it might be somebody else, and they're long distance caregiving like over these hacked phones. Like, okay, so they said, well, that would be illegal. Oh, wait. So they said, no, we would not have gotten that. That would be illegal, Stevie. And I said, no fucking shit. Now, this is what I was given. Now, it was sent to me. It sat in a truck near the courthouse next to my attorney's old office where that crazy bitch is living. But I started bawling my eyes out. Like, this is really, like, people need to have compassion for people because you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And I swear to God, if I don't actually get to meet Roy fucking McLaughlin in person, because I do not think you are that person because you were so much shorter that day. Now, it says right here, hard to read, but Bayfront, Hernando County Sheriff's Department, HIPAA. Now, it states, they also changed my birth date on it. And then, oh, it's so funny. Oh, right here, though. Okay, so I got arrested June 16th after I left court because the state could not provide, they gave me, I had an attorney, but they gave me a different attorney after that. They could not provide any witnesses. Well, I'd been held on bond for 6 months. I wanted to just go home and be happy. Now it says my primary, that was on June 16th after, pretrial at Hernando County. Now on 6/18, it says primary diagnosis, respiratory distress. Now, if you know anything about the medical field or anything about asthma or anything, or, like, it's not there anymore. It's gone. I coughed some weird shit up, but I have these weird little nanobots. So my lung cancer is not there. I have little specks on the outside, which is from overexposure to radiation, is what they had said, which means I really shouldn't have had a PET CAT scan. I really shouldn't have had all this other radiation. I'm really not supposed to be walking through x-ray machines anywhere. I've been way overexposed to radiation from all the CAT scans over the years. I was in a real hospital in high school. I was in a presidential room in 2 different hospitals, maybe 3, because I don't know what the fuck this stands for in here. One in St. Petersburg and one in Bangor. Now, the first lady doesn't even get put in those. Oh, so anything under 95% oxygen which they knew I was on my way to the hospital. Even the fake fucking cop that set me up told them to bring me directly to the hospital, but instead they brought me to the jail. Now then I was put into a holding cell, and wasn't actually booked until later that night. I was booked in at 88% oxygen on June 16th, 2016. Which is also my nephew's birthday and my brother-in-law's. Like, they have ruined literally every holiday. I got arrested the first time by that blonde bitch. That isn't even on the arrest records. Like, she blacked out her own name. Like, the arresting officer, like, what in the fuck? Like, for fucking real? Like, and it would have been a family dispute, if anything. And I was on the lease, so they couldn't have done that. Now, the additional diagnosis, asthma attacks lasting more than 24 hours. Well, considering that I couldn't breathe 2 days earlier when they fucking arrested me. And then it says hypoxemia. Now that means respiratory failure. It says on the top that, and then it says that they overruled my allergies, that the jail took control. Now it also says that I was found at the jail. Like, how did I get there? Who arrested me? Because they said Roy McLaughlin did. And then it says that they actually quarantined me. They tried to cover it up. They tried to say that I had TB. Like, the sheriffs were threatening the hospital. They tried to say that they had needed to quarantine me, and that's why I was chained to the bed. I had a shackle on each ankle and one on one wrist. I had to pee in front of these people. My children were taken. I have had to urinate in front of Janae Piazza, in front of a lot of people, which I was never to be on probation for this bullshit. I was never to have to urinate in front of these women, these sick, fake social workers. Okay, so found. They just found me like I was just in there. Found at the jail with a pulse of 43, gray, and blue lips. That's why this girl called me Blue. Now they also had, there was this huge fucking bullshit allegations. Like, they said that my son didn't go to school anymore. Like, I went to another county. My son went to school in Pinellas County. I did not just take my children out of fucking school. They deemed me safe. They did random drug screens. And the other thing is, who is this Dr. Christopher Quinn on this paperwork? Oh, and then this is funny as fuck. Like, can you read that? I was discharged to the destination of the Hernando County Jail nursing home. Like, and I have been threatened by the sheriff's department, which really, the worst part is that all I wanted to do was fix protocol and have my children back and just have my life back. You know, maybe get paid back for all the time that I was held on bond and the days, and have my parents compensated as well. Now my mother keeps screaming at me not to ask for compensation. Well, I can't fucking work. Like, you destroyed the fucking government, you destroyed the fucking military, so there goes that bullshit. I've never gotten paid for anything that they've done to me. Like, this is just fucking crazy. Like, crazy. Like, then when I got to the hospital, I was at like 83%, and then they said that they gave me morphine. That's when this little thing came into my wrist. This one, I don't know when this one came, but this little button, who's got the button? They gave me morphine because I had been seen in Tarpon Springs and had a broken rib, and that was when they first found out that I had some sort of lung cancer at the time. Now it states in here something about like a lung peroxameter or some shit inside of me, and review of systems, yet again, like my systems, like medical devices. Now, the thing that I'm so pissed off about is that certain people were disclosed information about me having cancer. That is my fucking choice. I did not want my family to know that I had fucking cancer. That was my fucking choice. My fucking decision. And then it's gone so far that then when I actually needed them, like, why would I go to the cancer center? Like, I've had cancer for a really long time. I have a rare blood cancer where my white and my red are actually always elevated. But I have nanobots. I have a lot of different nanobots. I got my first nanobots, I think, in high school, at Dr. Shapiro's office. I have different, which that's the problem. I have, I believe, 4 or 5 different types of nanobots in my bloodstream. And they're all different, like types, like prototype, like different brands, I guess you could say. Like, I don't know, different kinds. Like, you would say like a car, like a Ford, or like a fucking Chrysler, you know, like all that shit. Like Jeep, like it'd be like I have a Jeep, a fucking Ford, you know, like all that shit inside of me. Like different models, I guess. Yeah, models. So, but there's people that have these brain chips, like, they're actually, like, mind control fucking, like, robotics. Like, these people are hurting me. They're hurting me. Like, I'm not hurting them. Like, I am not hurting them. These bitches hurt me. Like, I am me. You're not me now. You're not me fucking ever, you crazy bitches. Because if I hear one more bitch say, I'm Stevie Lee now, I am going to literally knock you the fuck out. Love you.